Yeah, sorry guys for virtual, I forgot to record this. But here's the first part. Basically, all you're doing for quotient is you're subtracting. So 5 minus 3 is 2, 12 minus 2 is 10. Anything divided by itself will equal that same thing, which is 1. So guys, that's what I wanted to talk about here. If you look here, 20 minus 5 is 15. Since anything divided by itself is 1, what you can actually do here is you can just draw a line showing that those cancel out. You're just done with the z's, or done with the y's, not the z's. So that's what I would have done there. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. Alright, then we have the coefficients. With the coefficients, it says divide the coefficients, simplify the variables with the quotient rule. So we're going to divide the coefficients. What is 6 divided by 2? 3. And then the x's, the exponents we would just subtract. What's 4 minus 3? 1. So it'd just be x. What do you think for number 8? What's 14 divided by 7? 2. What would our r change to?
Would it be 2rs?
Just 2rs, good. Hey guys, I did find confirmation yesterday. Your all's SOL is May 10th. May 10th. So,
That's kind of soon.
yeah, that's why I want to start this SOL review as soon as possible.
Like 20 days.
Because I want to make sure we go over this whole entire thing before you all take care of SOL. All right, number 9. Anybody got a guess on number 9?
Negative 40.
Negative 40.
Because you minus. Oh, wait, never mind.
It would be negative 9.
Okay, negative 9. What would happen to our c's?
They just go away.
Yeah, they just cancel out.
Then d to the second power.
And then d to the second power. All right, I want y'all to try. Actually, let me do number 11 with you, and then I want you to try 10 and 12. What do you notice about 11? Can you do 4 divided by 8? I mean, you can, but you'll get a fraction. So that's when you can pull out your handy dandy Desmos and do 4 divided by 8. Press the fraction button. It gives you 1/2. So you have 1/2.
Into the fourth power.
And then into the fourth. And there's 2 different ways you could write this. You could either write it like this, into the fourth, or 1/2, and then the into the fourth beside it. Those mean the same thing. So whichever way you like. I wrote that kind of close together. I'll spread that out. But after seeing that one, try 10 and 12. And then we'll go over that together. All right, number 10. Who's got a guess? Max, what do you think?
5x y to the second z.
Good. And the z is where I thought some people may mess up. Best think of it as, well, what's 1 minus 0? That's just still 1, so you still have a z. Z minus 0 is z. Okay, 12. Anybody want to give it a shot on 12?
2/3 m to the power 6 n to the power 3.
Good. 2/3 m to the power 6, n to the power 3. Any questions about that? Okay, so now we get into some crazy stuff. So it's not bad whenever you have each thing that we've learned on its own, but once you start mixing it all together, that's when people start getting mixed up. So I'm going to do these 4 with you, and then I'm going to let you try some on the back. So here we're going to do 3 squared first. What is 3 squared?
9.
9. And then with powers, what do you do to your exponents with powers?
Subtract them.
No.
Multiply them.
Multiply them. So 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, and then once you're there, you're going to simplify your fraction. 9 over 27, if you put that in Desmos, it would reduce down to 1/3. And then what would happen to our x's?
It'd be x to the power 7.
X to the power 7. And once again, you can put that x to the power 7 on the top if you want, whichever way makes you happy. All right, 14. We're going to do 2 to the third power first. So what is 2 to the third power? 8. It is not 6. I thought for sure someone would say 6. What would our a change to? 6. What would our b change to? 12. And guys, is everybody seeing how we're getting this? Does everyone see how we get the 6 and 12? Anybody confused on that? Okay, and then the bottom, we have 4, a to the third, b to the 7th. Okay, what's 8 divided by 4? 2. What would our a change to?
3.
And what would our b change to?
5.
Very good. So once again, we did 8 divided by 4, 6 minus 3 is 3, 12 minus 7 is 5. Okay, 15. Same type of thing. We don't got to do anything to the top right now, but we do have to do something to the bottom. The bottom, we got to do 4 squared. What is 4 squared? 16. W to the what power?
2.
2. Power 2. V to the
Power 2.
power 2. So now, we're going to do 12 divided by 16.
3/4.
And then W
7.
7, V.
2.
Okay. Sincere, I want you to keep quiet on this next one. I'm glad you really, it seems like you got this though. All right, so 16, I want some people to help me. 2 to the 4th power. What would that be? That'd be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 16. Then what would our C change to?
4.
What would our D change to? 16. Now on the bottom, what's our new coefficient? 4. What would our C change to?
4.
And what would our D change to?
6.
Okay, anybody have questions on how we got that? See, well, you're one that I'm worried about just because you haven't been here. Does any of this make sense? Yeah. Okay, cool. So now, what is 16 divided by 4? 4. What would happen to our C's? They just cancel out. What happens to our D's? D to the 10th. That's literally all you do. Now, let me make sure there's no crazy ones on the back. Actually, let me go ahead and do 17 with you too. Mainly just because it has a 3 on the outside of the whole entire thing. What this means is whenever it's on the outside of the whole thing, you got to take this 2 to the third power. You already said that before. What's 2 to the third power? 8. Then you got to take your m, 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And 2 times 3 is 6. But if you notice, the top and the bottom is put to the third power. So now we got to take this and do this to the third power. So 4 to the third power. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 will be 64. And then m, 2 times 3 is 6. And then we have understood 1 here. So 1 times 3 is 3. So does everyone see how I did this? I will say 17 is the type of problem I've seen on the SOL. So it is important that you understand how to do that. Does anybody have questions on that? No? Okay, so now we got to reduce 8 over 64. What does that reduce down to? 1/8. What would our m change to?
6,
What's our n?
3.
3. All right. So why don't y'all try to finish the rest of them? If you get stuck, I'll be happy to go over some more.